Good afternoon, everyone. The regular session of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan is called to order. Please stand for the prayer to be led by Honorable Gina Ong Silvano. And after the prayer, please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and Hymno San Nortehanon.
In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Gracious and merciful God, we gather in this esteemed Sangguniang Panlalawigan, seeking your divine presence and blessings. We recognize your authority and ask for your guidance as we embark on these legislative proceedings. Grant us the wisdom to make sound decisions that serve the interests of our constituents and promote the well-being of our province. May our discourse be marked by civility, understanding, and empathy as we deliberate on matters of significance. Inspire us to be agents of positive change, working together for the progress and development of our community. Bless us with unity, harmony, that our efforts may bear fruit. We commit this session in your hands, trusting in your infinite grace. In your holy name we pray. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiging telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong bagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang ituwin at araw niya kailan pamay di maghihingi. Lupa ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay magagit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Itaan mga Nortehanon, masagpan ay mga ibabaw nun. Tugog kita simpaglaong, saan ka ng Diyos gahong. Pagsarayo, pagmuto kita, kabubuasun katanta.
Thank you. Please take your respective seats. SP Secretary, kindly call the members of this august body for the purpose of determining quorum.
Honorable Dato Clarence E.
Present.
Honorable Abalon Don L. Honorable Dorado Lope Jr. E. Honorable Dobonco Arturo Jr. T. Honorable Galit Junesio Dexter D. Honorable Hernandez Neil S. Honorable Laudenio Leonida P. Honorable Layog Acela Rufa Andrea G. Honorable Ong Nadia Bianca Nicolette L. Honorable Ang Chuan Emil Nicolas II B. Honorable Miranda Gerardo Gerard A.
Present.
Honorable Silvano Gina O. Honorable Singson Victorio II M.
Present.
Honorable Uy Florian D. There are 12 members who are physically present. 1 member is present via Zoom. Total number of members present, 13, including the presiding officer.
With the presence of 13 members of this august body, including the presiding officer, we have a quorum in today's regular session. Majority Leader.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to our presiding chair, the Honorable Attorney Clarence Sidato, my esteemed colleagues in this august chamber, our OIC SP Secretary, and all the staff. Good afternoon, everybody. I will now directly consider, Mr. Chairman, and under item number 6 in the agenda, we have a proposed ordinance for first reading, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Lope E. Dorado. This is for referral to the appropriate committee. With this, kindly please direct the Secretary to read the proposed ordinance.
SB Secretary, kindly read the proposed ordinance authored, sponsored by Honorable Lope E. Dorado Jr.
Proposed ordinance authored and sponsored by the Honorable Lope E. Dorado Jr. and co-sponsored by the Honorable Don L. Abalon and Honorable Unida P. Laudenio, entitled An Ordinance Promoting Fair Competition, Strengthening Local Poultry and Egg Production, Preventing Hoarding and Market Manipulation, and establishing sustainable egg food security mechanisms in the province of Northern Samar.
The proposed ordinance authored, sponsored by Honorable Lope E. Dorado Jr. with co-sponsors Honorable Don L. Abalon and Honorable Leonida P. Laudenio, entitled An Ordinance Promoting Fair Competition, Strengthening Local Poultry and Egg Production, Preventing Hoarding and Market Manipulation, and Establishing Sustainable Egg Food Security Mechanisms in the province of Northern Samar, is jointly referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability, and Committee on Agriculture and Food Security, with the lead committee, the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability. Yes. Honorable Don L. Abalon.
I believe that the proposed ordinance introduced principally by Board Member Dorado was an offshoot of the privileged speech that I delivered a few sessions back that was referred to the Committee on Agriculture. And in fact, the Committee on Agriculture had already initially conducted a committee hearing last week. So may I therefore request, Mr. Chair, that the Committee on Agriculture be made the lead committee so that it can be consolidated with the concerns and issues that I raised during the privileged speech. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Don L. Abalon. Honorable Leonida P. Laudenio is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Board Member Abalon, for giving me the lead committee. However, I also would like that it will be referred also, it will be a joint committee for agriculture and the disaster committee, which was also led by Board Member Lope Dorado, the principal proponent of this ordinance. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any comment from the... So the manifestation of Honorable Leonida Pilaudeño is to include the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management as also to be jointly to join the two committees. Any comment? Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I believe, Mr. Chairman, that the earlier referral of the chair of the proposed ordinance authored and sponsored by the Honorable Lope Dorado be referred to the jointly to the Committee on Laws and Agriculture with the subsequent manifestations of Honorable Don Abalon that the lead committee be the Committee on Agriculture and Food Security. That is already sufficient, Mr. Chairman, and that is my humble opinion as the majority floor leader. No need to refer it to the Committee on Disaster as proposed by Honorable Chairperson of the Agriculture, Honorable Laudenio.
May we hear Honorable Lope Dorado Jr. is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Based on the manifestation of the Honorable Don Abalon, I also prefer that the lead committee be given to the Committee on the Agriculture, Mr. Chair. Including the Committee on Laws. Maray na disaster. No more disaster. I'm just the proponent of this ordinance, Mr. Chair.
Any more comment? Parang magdidebate tayo dito dahil dyan sa referral Okay. Magdi-divide. Magbobotohan to Honorable Leonida Pilaudeño is recognized.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I humbly accept the proposal of all the members of this august bodies from Don Abalon to BM Bikbik and BM Lope Dorado. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Leonida Pilaudeño. So the ruling of the chair is the proposed ordinance is jointly referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability, and the Committee on Agriculture and Food Security, with the Committee on Agriculture and Food Security as the lead committee. Thank you. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. We now consider item number 7 in the agenda, the committee reports. Kindly please recognize, Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Franchises with its chairman to render their committee report, the Honorable Emil Nicolas B. Ongchuan II, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Emil Nicolas B. Ongchuan II is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Don't worry, I will not divide the House to vote. I will just render our committee report. No? For in behalf of the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Franchises, I have the pleasure to render our committee report on an ordinance entitled An Ordinance Activating and Institutionalizing the Provincial Energy Sector Committee of Northern Samar, Strengthening Provincial Energy Development, Renewable Energy Transition, Energy Efficiency and Conservation, and Energy Resilience Programs, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. After a careful review and deliberation of the proposed ordinance, the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Franchises finds that the proposed measure is anchored on Section 16 of Republic Act No. 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, and is consistent with the province's authority to promote general welfare, particularly in relation to energy security, sustainable development, and climate resilience. The ordinance responds to the urgent need to institutionalize a coordinated provincial framework for energy development, renewable energy transition, energy efficiency and conservation, and energy resilience, especially in island communities, geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, and disaster-prone localities within Northern Samar. The creation and activation of the Provincial Energy Sector Committee provides a multi-sectoral and institutional mechanism for planning, coordination, monitoring, and integration of energy-related programs, projects, and investments under the Provincial Development Council structure. The proposed measure is aligned with national policies under Republic Act No. 9513, Renewable Energy Act of 2008, Republic Act No. 11285, Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, Republic Act No. 11234, the Energy Virtual One-Stop Shop Act, Republic Act No. 10121, the RRM Act, Republic Act No. 9729, Climate Change Act, and other related laws supporting sustainable and resilient energy systems. The inclusion of critical facilities such as hospitals, evacuation centers, water systems, schools, and other essential public infrastructure in the priority programs ensures that energy resilience is integrated into disaster preparedness and continuity of public service delivery. The establishment of the Provincial Energy Development Program Fund provides a mechanism for financing priority energy initiatives, subject to existing budgeting, accounting, auditing, and procurement laws, rules, and regulations. The ordinance promotes renewable energy development, energy efficiency, and responsible energy investment, while ensuring environmental safeguards, social acceptability, transparency, and compliance with applicable national and local laws. The inclusion of a provincial energy database, monitoring system, and reporting framework strengthens evidence-based planning, accountability, and transparency in energy governance. And lastly, the proposed ordinance does not encroach upon the regulatory mandates of the national agencies, such as the Department of Energy and the Energy Regulatory Commission, but instead complements national energy policies and frameworks. Accordingly, this committee respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan the adoption and approval of this committee report and the endorsement of the proposed ordinance. Again, an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Activating and Institutionalizing the Provincial Energy Sector Committee of Northern Samar, Strengthening Provincial Energy Development, Renewable Energy Transition, Energy Efficiency and Conservation, and Energy Resilience Programs, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. For second reading, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations, submitted for approval this first day of June 2026, Katarman, Northern Samar, signed by the members of the committee. Mr. Chair, I move that the committee report be adopted and that the proposed ordinance be calendared for consideration on second reading. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion which was duly seconded for the adoption and the approval of the committee report and the endorsement of the proposed ordinance entitled An Ordinance Activating and Institutionalizing the Provincial Energy Sector Committee of Northern Samar, Strengthening Provincial Energy Development, Renewable Energy Transition, Energy Efficiency and Conservation, and Energy Resilience Programs, providing funds therefore and for other purposes, for second reading, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Emil Nicolas B. Ongchuan II, Chairperson, Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Franchises. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for the review of municipal ordinances and resolution under item number 8, we have the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Operations and the Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Zoning. Both are chaired by the Honorable Don L. Abalon. Kindly please recognize.
Honorable Don L. Abalon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With respect to the first item for the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, the letter dated May 5, 2026, from the Honorable Romualdo A. Minson Jr., Municipal Mayor of the Municipality of Lapinig. Well, this is not subject to review, but this has something to do with the review of an earlier ordinance, Mr. Chair, pertaining to the annual general fund budget of the municipality of Lapinig, and this is in compliance with the conditions that were prescribed by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan upon the recommendation of the committee. Based on the official correspondence, the municipality of Lapinig has successfully met all regulatory conditions previously prescribed by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. This compliance addresses the specific findings raised by both this committee and the local finance committee during the formal review of Municipal Ordinance Number 16-2025, series of 2025. While this committee formally acknowledges and commends the municipality's compliance with these directives, a crucial procedural distinction must be highlighted regarding the evaluation of its local disaster risk reduction management plan. Its submission, the LGU concerned manifested that the actual technical review of the LDRRMP was conducted directly by the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office. This committee, however, notes that the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, in the exercise of its review authority, pursuant to Section 56, Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, passed ISPE Resolution Number 149, Series of 2026, declaring the said LDRRM plan and its enabling Municipal Resolution Number 2026-20 valid and operative. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves for the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to take note of the compliance made by the municipality of Lapinig, this province, with the reservations observed by this committee. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion which has duly seconded for the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to take note of the compliance of the regulatory conditions previously prescribed by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan made by the municipality of Lapinig, Northern Samar, with the reservation observed by the committee. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And for the second committee report, this time for the Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Zoning. This pertains to the Comprehensive Land Use Plan and Zoning Ordinance of the Municipality of San Isidro, as embodied in ISBE Resolution Number 2026-023, Series of 2026, and ISBE Ordinance Number 2026-026, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of San Isidro. The local government unit has the authority to prepare its comprehensive land use plan pursuant to Section 20, Paragraph C of RA 7160 in relation to Executive Order Number 72, Series of 1993. A careful review revealed that the subject resolution adopted the CLUP for the planning period 2023 to 2032 and enacted a new zoning ordinance as its primary implementing tool, effectively amending the existing one. The said CLUP and the zoning ordinance underwent a series of technical review and evaluation processes, both by the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development and the Provincial Land Use Committee, and was formally endorsed by PILOC for enactment to the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to PILOC Resolution Number 04, Series of 2025, dated 08 September 2025. And the Sangguniang Bayan enacted both following proper legislative processes and public consultation. This committee submits that the CLUP and the zoning ordinance are compliant with existing laws, rules, and regulations. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves for the adoption of this committee report and to pass a resolution declaring both the ISBE Resolution Number 2026-023 Series of 2026, together with the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, and the ISBE Ordinance Number 2026-026 Series of 2026 of the Municipality of San Isidro, valid and operative, subject to the conditions prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
I second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution adopting the committee report and declaring SB Resolution number 2026-023, series of 2026, which is the resolution adopting the Enhanced Comprehensive Land Use Plan, CLUP, for calendar years 2023 to 2032 of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, and SB Ordinance number 2026-026, series of 2026, which is an ordinance amending the integrated zoning regulations of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to conditions as prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Don L. Abalon, Chairperson, Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Zoning, and Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Zoning, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on the third and final reading, may move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, may move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring SB Resolution number 2026-023, series of 2026, and SB Ordinance number 2026-026, series of 2026, both of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring SB Resolution number 2026-023, series of 2026, and SB Ordinance number 2026-026, series of 2026, both of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to conditions as prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Still under the review of municipal ordinance and resolution. Kindly please recognize the next, the chairperson of the Committee on Tourism, Arts, and Culture, and the Committee on Education. Both are chaired by its good chairperson, the Honorable Acela Rufa Andrea Gilayog, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Acela Rupa Andrea Gilayog is recognized.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon to everyone. I will be rendering one committee report for the Committee on Tourism, Arts, and Culture, and another one for the Committee on Education. Allow me to read the first report. Submitted for review before the Committee on Tourism, Arts, and Culture is Ordinance Number 03-S-2026 of Allen, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Enacting the Tourism Code of the Municipality of Allen, Province of Northern Samar, providing for its organizational framework, development planning, accreditation, and regulation of tourism enterprises, investment and partnership mechanisms, imposition and collection of tourism fees and charges, institutionalization of programs, establishment of incentives, awards, and recognitions, and for other purposes. The Municipality of Allen recognizes the vital role of tourism as an engine of inclusive growth, a catalyst for economic progress, cultural preservation, and environmental protection. It is imperative for the municipality to establish a comprehensive tourism code to provide a framework for planning, regulation, investment, promotion, and management of tourism activities within the municipality. This committee submits that the enactment of the subject ordinance is aligned with the Section 16 and 17 of the Local Government Code of 1991, which empower local government units to promote general welfare, including tourism, culture, and heritage. Likewise, Tourism Act of 2009, or RA 9593, recognizes tourism as an industry of national interest and encourages local government units to participate in its implementation aligned with the standards of the Department of Tourism. Hence, the enactment of the same is within the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan. However, this committee finds that Section 41, Section 47, Item G, and Chapter 14 under penalties and sanctions of the ordinance are not fully compliant with Section 447, Paragraph A, Item 1, Item 3 of RA 7160, which provides penalties beyond the 2,500 cap or ceiling. The penalty escalation in the ordinance, wherein it provides escalating fines up to 20,000 for repeat offenses. As such, this committee finds that the said penalty structure is partially invalid for being beyond the authority granted to local government units. The legal opinion of the Provincial Legal Office, PLO, dated 01 June 2026, pertaining to the subject ordinance is adopted by this committee, and as such, the same is hereby incorporated into this committee report. Premises considered, this committee respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare Ordinance Number 03-S-2026 of the Municipality of Allen, this province, valid and operative in part, subject to the compliance of the aforementioned legal opinion dated 01 June 2026, and subject further to existing laws, rules, and regulations without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by competent authorities of any provision therein being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra-virus, and inoperative. This committee report has been signed by the majority of the members. Mr. Chair, I therefore move for the adoption of this committee report.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Don L. Abalon.
if the proponent would yield to a few questions, may I be allowed to ask certain questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I mentioned in the last session, that we have noticed that there are certain municipal ordinances from different municipalities that impose the penalty beyond the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan, meaning more than what is the maximum allowed by law for the imposition of penalty at the municipal level. So my question is, in the recommendation, what is now our position? Are we recommending that the entire imposition of the penalty that exceeds the allowable limit is entirely ultra vires, or are we just declaring the excess of the 2,500 pesos fine as the ultra vires? Because I believe, Mr. Chair, it's time for us to make a definite stand, so that the Sangguniang Bayan would also be alerted that the moment they impose a penalty that is beyond 2,500, that is more than 2,500, then the entire imposition of penalty should be declared ultra vires. We should not divide it anymore into 2005 and the more than 2005. So if the penalty, as mentioned, amounting to 20,000, that is excessively beyond the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan, then we declare the entire 20,000 as invalid. That's my take, Mr. Chair, on this issue now.
Mr. Chair, I yield to your suggestion, Honorable Abalon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So that it is now my understanding that all the penalties imposed in this particular ordinance that exceeds the authority of the municipal government are all invalid and ultra vires. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So with that, no, I read the legal opinion, and in this legal opinion rendered by the Provincial Legal Office, there's a portion in the opinion on the imposition of penalties that states that any penalty beyond this statutory ceiling is invalid for being ultra vires. So maybe to be consistent with that. So yun na lang siguro stand natin. Any penalty beyond the statutory ceiling, yung baka natin is invalid for being ultra vires. The whole amount na lang. So, if that's our stand, so it's not for us to compute. It's not for us to deduct and declare 2.5 as valid and the rest so the whole, whenever there's an imposition of penalty which is not within the statutory ceiling, declare natin na invalid because of being ultra vires. So, recognize yan, nagpaparecognize si
Honorable
gentleman
from Allen would like to be recognized. Mr. Chairman, the Honorable Arturo Dubongco.
Honorable Arturo T. Dubongco Jr. is recognized.
May pamutahan na lang. Actually, yeah, I'm asking the Honorable Gentleman from San Roque kung what will happen to the penalty clause. Will the Sangguniang Bayan of origin, in this case Allen, will make another supplemental or amendments to the, kasi wala ng penalty clause, di ba? We will disapprove the penalty clause. We will declare the penalty clause invalid.
Mr. Chair, from my understanding and as confirmed by the proponent, there are penalties that are within the allowed limit. So those penalties that are within the allowed limit stand. They are valid. But those penalties that exceeded, the imposition is therefore now invalid. So inoperative na yon. And what the Sangguniang Bayan of Alin can do is enact an amendatory ordinance that would reimpose the penalty for the violation, but only up to the maximum allowed under 7160.
So yes. Ano na lang, parang supplemental, parang amendment as to the penalty clause. Siguro, maximum 2.5. Okay.
Statutory. Yung seal,
That's all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Don L. Abalon, and thank you, Honorable Arturo T. Dubongco Jr. So, going back to the pending motion, there's a motion duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare Ordinance number 03, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to the compliance of the legal opinion dated June 1, 2026, rendered by the Provincial Legal Office, and subject further to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now for the Committee on Education, allow me to read my committee report, our committee report. Submitted for review before the Committee on Education is Municipal Ordinance number 2026-54 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Gamay, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Implementation of the Alternative Learning System Act, ALS, or RA number 11510 in the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, providing support for out-of-school youth, adult learners, and other vulnerable sectors. The ordinance seeks to institutionalize and support the implementation of the Alternative Learning System, ALS, program to address the educational needs of out-of-school children youth and young adults, as well as other marginalized sectors. It provides for the creation of the Municipal ALS Council, tasked with formulating and overseeing its implementation, monitoring and evaluating the effectiveness of the program, and coordinating with national and local agencies for funding and technical support. Upon review, the committee finds that the enactment of the ordinance is within the legislative power of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to RA 7160, particularly Section 447, subsection A, number 1 and 5 thereof, which authorizes them to enact ordinances to promote general welfare and support programs on education, social development, and human resource development at the municipal level. It is also in accordance with the 1987 Philippine Constitution, RA 9155, otherwise known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, and RA 11510, otherwise known as Alternative Learning System Act. Premises considered, this committee respectfully recommends the passage of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2026-54 of the Municipality of Gamay, this province, valid and operative. This report has been duly signed by the majority members of the committee. I therefore move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion which was duly seconded for the passage of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2026-54 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, valid and operative. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Acela Rupa Andrea Gilayug, Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Arts and Culture, and Chairperson, Committee on Education. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Tourism, Arts and Culture, and by the Committee on Education, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on third and final reading, may I move that for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, may I move for the final approval of resolution on final reading, declaring ordinance number 03, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to the compliance of the aforementioned legal opinion as mentioned in the committee report, and subject further to the existing laws, rules, and regulations without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by competent authorities of any provision therein being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra vires, or inoperative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion which was duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring Ordinance Number 03, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to compliance to the Provincial Legal Office Legal Opinion dated 01 June 2026, and further subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading, declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2026-54 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2026-54 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, valid and operative. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the next committee report, kindly please recognize the Honorable Arturo T. Dubonco Jr. to render the committee report as its chairman for and in behalf of the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Rural Development.
Honorable Arturo T. Dubonco Jr. is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, to our Majority Leader. For and in behalf of the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Rural Development, As chairman of this committee, I have the honor to render our committee report on municipal ordinance number 2026-55 of the municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Requiring All Barangays in the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar to establish a barangay gender and development focal point system, defining its composition and functions, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. This committee has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the following observations. Number one, the subject ordinance seeks to establish the Barangay God Focal Point System, which will strengthen gender-responsive planning, budgeting, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of programs and services at the barangay level in the municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar. Number two, it is necessary for the municipality of Gamay to institutionalize the creation of the same in all its barangay to ensure gender equality, women's empowerment, and inclusive development. Number three, the enactment of the subject ordinance is consistent with Section 16 of the Local Government Code of 1991, which mandates all local government units to promote the general welfare, including gender-responsive governance. Number four, the enactment of the same is also in accordance with Republic Act 9710, otherwise known as the Magna Carta for Women, requires all government agencies and local government units to adopt gender mainstreaming as a strategy to promote women's rights and gender equality. And number five, likewise, the subject ordinance was enacted in compliance with the Philippine Commission on Women, PCW, the Department of the Interior and Local Government, the ILG, the Department of Budget and Management, DBM, and NEDA Joint Circular Number 2012-01, which mandates the establishment of gender and development focal point system in all government units, including barangays. Accordingly, this committee respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 2026-55 of the municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted for resolution this first day of June 2026, Katarman, Northern Samar, signed by this representation, and Honorable Emil Nicolas B. Ongchuan as Vice Chairman, and the three members, Honorable Victorio M. Singson II, Honorable Gerardo Gerard A. Miranda, and Honorable Dionisio Dexter D. Galet. Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval and adoption of this committee report.
There is a motion duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 2026-55 of the municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Arturo T. Dabonco Jr., Chairperson, Committee on Barangay Affairs and Rural Development. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Rural Development, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on third and final reading, may I move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of a resolution on final reading, declaring ordinance number 2026-55 of the municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion which was duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 2026-55 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the next committee report, we have the Committee on Amusement, Games, and Entertainment. Kindly please recognize the good chairman of the said committee, the Honorable Neil S. Hernandez, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Neil S. Hernandez is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In behalf of the Committee on Games and Amusement, Games and Entertainment, I have the honor to report. The subject is the Ordinance Number 07, Series of 2026 of Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, entitled the Ordinance Granting Mr. Mateo G. Pinca the license franchise operate of a cockpit under the name of Silvino Lobos Cockpit Arena, seated at Barangay Suba, Poblacion 3, Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, for the period of 10 years. Has in considered name, same, and honor return back to Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the recommendation that the resolution be passed to declare the subject ordinance valid and operative for each entertainment of ordinance of Section 447, Section 3V of Local Government Code of 1991, provides, however, that the implementation be in accordance with the provision of PD 449 and other pertinent rules and regulations without prejudice and suspend the declaration may made competent authority of any provision there's being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra vires, and or inoperative. Submitted this resolution the first day of June 2026, Katarman, Northern Samar, signed by this representation as chairman, signed by the vice chairman, Honorable Lope Dorado Jr., signed by all the members, Honorable Gina Silvano, Honorable Yunida Laudino, Honorable Victorio M. Singson II. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion which was duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 07, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, entitled an ordinance granting Mr. Mateo J. Pinca the license franchise to operate a cockpit under the name of Silvino Lobos Cockpit Arena, situated at Barangay Suba, Poblacion 3, Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, for a period of 10 years. Valid and operative, provided that its implementation shall be in accordance to the provisions of PD 449 or the Cockfighting Law of 1974 and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations. Further, let it be put on record that this ordinance subject or pursuant to Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, entitled an ordinance regulating cockfighting activities and establishment, operation and maintenance and ownership of cockpit in the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, providing for corresponding fees and charges and for other purposes. And let it be reflected in the journal that in the said ordinance, Municipal Ordinance Number 1, operating conditions, that the cockpit arena shall operate only on authorized cockfighting days as determined by existing laws, rules, and regulations. So let it be emphasized that it should be in accordance with the cockfighting law, the PD 447 of 1974. I-ano lang doon sa ano natin na it should be clear that though RA 7160 is the basis for the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to grant authority to the license of holder or franchise holder, still it should be in accordance with PD 447, the cockfighting law, PD 449 of 1974. Hearing no objection or further comments, said motion is hereby approved. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. With the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Amusement, Games and Entertainment, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on final reading, may I move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of a resolution on final reading, declaring ordinance number 07, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino, Lubos, Northern Samar, valid and operative for its enactment. Is in accordance with the provisions of Section 447 of the Local Government Code of 1991, and provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with the provisions of Presidential Decree 449 or the Cockfighting Law of the Philippines of 1974 and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by any competent authorities of any provisions therein, being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra vires, or inoperative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion which was duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 07, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino, Lubos, Northern Samar, valid and operative for its enactment. The enactment of that ordinance is in accordance with Section 447 of the Local Government Code of 1991, which grants authority to the Sangguniang Bayan to grant license, franchise to operate a cockpit arena, but its implementation shall be in accordance to the provisions of PD 449, otherwise known as the Cockfighting Law of 1974, and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations. And this is further without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by competent authorities of any provision therein being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra vires, or inoperative. Hearing no objection and further comment, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the next.
Ano lang siguro, before moving on, SP Secretary, i-klaro lang natin dun sa, even in our journal minutes, that those stated na basis, because siguro session suspended na. I-clear natin because this is Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we now considered item number 7 under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution. The next committee is scheduled to render their committee report is the Committee on Public Order and Safety. Kindly please recognize the good chairman of the said committee, the Honorable Dionisio Dexter D. Galit, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Dionisio Dexter D. Galit is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Majority Leader. Mr. Chair, on on Public Order and Safety, subject ordinance number 08, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, this province, an ordinance establishing Community-Based Drug Rehabilitation Program or CBDRP for persons who used drugs or PWUD of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, and appropriating funds thereof, and for other purposes. The findings of the committee and observation: the subject ordinance was enacted to provide holistic approach to the rehabilitation of the surrendered drug personalities and aims to focus on the healing of the body, mind, and soul through counseling and other therapeutic sessions. Through CBDRP, the person who used drugs will be given a second chance at life, and the enactment of the same is within the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan, particularly Section 16 of the Local Government Code of 1991 or the General Welfare Clause. Likewise, the ordinance was enacted in faithful compliance with the Department of Interior Local Government Memorandum Circular number 2017-127 or the implementation of a Community-Based Rehabilitation Program or CBDRP, which urged all local chief executives to adopt and implement CBDRP for low-risk surrenderies and middle-risk drug surrenderies. The recommendation of the committee, accordingly, this committee most respectfully recommends that a resolution be passed to declare the ordinance number 08, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted for resolution this 1st of June 2026, Katamang, Northern Samar, signed by this representation as chair of the committee, signed by Honorable Neil S. Hernandez, Vice Chair, signed by Honorable Don L. Abalon, member, and signed also by Honorable Emil Nicolas B. Chuan, member, and signed by Honorable Arturo T. Dubonco Jr., member of the committee. I so move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion which was duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 08, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
On Committee on Public Order and Safety, subject ordinance number 4, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Beri, Northern Samar, entitled an ordinance mandating business establishment operating within the territorial jurisdiction of Biri, Northern Samar, to install a closed-circuit television or CCTV system and prescribing penalties for violation thereof. Findings and observation of the committee: the subject ordinance requires certain business establishments to install CCTV cameras in and around their premises with the aim to improving public safety, preventing crime, and helping law enforcement in their investigations. This is a valid exercise of legislative power of the Sangguniang Bayan under Section 447 of the Local Government Code of 1991, which mandates that the local government units to maintain peace and order by enacting measures to prevent and suppress lawlessness, disorder, riot, violence, rebellion, or sedition, and impose penalties for violation of said ordinances. Recommendation of the committee. Accordingly, this committee most respectfully recommends that a resolution be passed to declare municipal ordinance number 2026-04 of the municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted this first day of June 2026, Katama, Northern Samar, signed by the chair, the vice chair of the committee, and all members. I so move for the adoption of the committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare municipal ordinance number 2026-04, series of 2026 of the municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
On last committee report, on Committee on Public Order and Safety, Municipal Ordinance number 2026-04 of the Municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Promoting Public Order, Safety, and Decency within the Municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, providing penalties for violation thereof and for other purposes. Findings and observation of the committee. The subject ordinance was enacted to promote public order and safety and decency within the municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar. This is a valid exercise of legislative power of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Section 16 of the General Welfare Clause of the Local Government Code of 1991. Likewise, this ordinance was enacted in faithful compliance with the Department of Interior Local Government for the DILG Memorandum Circular number 2026-009, issued on April 8, 2026, which urged local government units to enact local ordinances that promotes public order, safety, and enhance the liability in their communities. Recommendation of the committee. Accordingly, this committee most respectfully recommends that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 2026-04 of the municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted for resolution this 1st of June 2026, Katama, Northern Samar, signed by the chairman, the vice chair, and all members of the committee. I so move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 2026-04 of the municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Junicio Dexter Digalit, Chairman, Committee on Public Order and Safety.
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized?
You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of 4 items with the adoption of the committee report as supported out by the Committee on Public Order and Safety, as reflected in the agenda, there are three subject ordinance supported out by its good chairman. And with the adoption of the said committee report, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on third and final reading, may I move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion, duly seconded internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, may I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring ordinance number 08, series of 2028 of the municipality of Salbino Lobos Silvino Lobos, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 08, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Silvino Lubos, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, may I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring ordinance number 04, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring municipal ordinance number 04, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I move for the final approval of a resolution declaring municipal ordinance number 2026-04, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 2026-04 of the Municipality of Rosario, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the committee report by the Committee on Health. Kindly please recognize the Vice Chairman of said committee, the Honorable Arturo Dubongco Jr., Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Arturo T. Dubongco Jr. is recognized.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Chairman. The Committee on Health, to which was referred Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Adopting Republic Act Number 9482, also known as the Anti-Rabies Act of 2007, providing for the control and elimination of human and animal rabies in the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, prescribing penalties for violation thereof, and appropriating funds therefore, has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the following findings and observations. Number one, the subject ordinance aims to adopt, and the same is consistent with Republic Act 9482, or the act providing for the control and elimination of human and animal rabies, which declares the state policy to protect and promote the right to health of people through control, prevention, and responsible pet ownership. Number two, likewise, the enactment of the subject ordinance is a valid exercise of the legislative power of Sangguniang Bayan as prescribed under Republic Act 7160, particularly Section 16 of the General Welfare Clause. Number three, however, this committee finds that Section 28, or the penalty clause of this ordinance, which provides a penalty for immediate deportation for violations committed by foreign nationals, is not fully compliant with Section 447, letter A, number 1, paragraph 3 of Republic Act 7160. As such, this committee finds that the said penalty structure is partially invalid for being beyond the authority granted to local government units. Wherefore, this committee most respectfully recommends to this Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted for resolution this first day of June 2026 Katarman, Northern Samar, signed by the members of the Committee on Health. Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval and adoption of this committee report.
Before ruling on the motion, no, the recommendation is for the declaration of the said ordinance to be valid and operative, but under number 3, there's a finding that it is because of the penalty of immediate deportation for violations committed by foreign nationals. It is partially invalid.
Yes, that's where also that was my observation, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the whole ordinance is considered operative except for the penalty clause, the Section 28 penalty clause of this ordinance, which provides a penalty for immediate deportation for violations committed by foreign nationals.
May I make manifest, Mr. Chairman?
So
You may
again,
proceed. You
Mr.
may
Chair.
proceed.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Mr. Chairman, because only through the Department of Justice, the Bureau of Immigration may deport foreign national after thorough and carefully investigation regarding the violations of an alien. So, under the recommendations of the said ordinance, it says that valid and operative may be as observed under the findings under item number 3 that there partially the recommendation partially declared invalid, referring to Section 28. So maybe the recommendations must be valid and operative in part, not the whole ordinance referring to Section 28, which declared to be beyond the authority granted to the local government units. Mr. Chairman.
You may, the proponent, you may rephrase your motion.
To declare. So, again, Mr. Chair, I would like to rephrase my motion. Wherefore, this committee most respectfully recommends to this Sangguniang Panlalawigan that the resolution be passed to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 01 Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid in part, subject to the existing laws, rules, and regulations.
Any second?
Second.
There is a motion which was duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Arturo T. Dubonco Jr., Vice Chairman, Committee on Health.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, the Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, if I be allowed to continue. Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Health, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on third and final reading, may I move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, may I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion which was duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 01, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Biri, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the last committee report under the review of municipal ordinances and resolutions. Kindly please recognize the Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Women and Family Relations to render for and in behalf of their committee report, the Honorable Leonida P. Laudenio. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Leonida P. Laudenio is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Majority Leader. For and in behalf of the Committee of Women and Family Relation, may I have the honor to render our committee report. The Committee on Women and Family Relation, to which was referred Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Ali, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Enacting the Alin Gender and Development God Code, has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the following findings and observations. Number 1, the subject ordinance adheres to the state policies under Section 14, Article 2 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which recognizes the role of women on nation building and ensures fundamental equality before the law of women and men. And number 2, likewise, the subject ordinance is in accordance with Republic Act 9170 of the Magna Carta of Women, which aims to eliminate discrimination against women by protecting and promoting their rights. Number 3, the enactment of the subject ordinance is a valid exercise of the legislative power of the Sangguniang Bayan as prescribed under Republic Act 7160, particularly Section 16 of the General Welfare Clause. However, the committee finds that Section 8B01 on the penalty clause, the ordinance is not fully compliant with Section 447, Paragraph A of the Republic Act 7160, which provides penalties of not less than 1,000 pesos, not more than 5,000 pesos, which exceeds, again, the allowable statutory ceiling. As such, the committee finds that the said penalty structure is partially invalid for being beyond the authority granted to local government units. Wherefore, the committee most respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Ali, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Submitted for resolution this 1st day of June 2026 here in Katarman, Northern Samar, signed by the majority of the committee member. I move for the adoption of the committee report.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, before the chair would make a ruling on the motion, same observation for the earlier committee report as reported out by the Committee on Health. I am referring to item number 4, which indeed the vice chairperson of the committee has read that the ordinance under section 8B is not fully compliant with the provisions of Republic Act 7160, and subsequently the committee finds that the penalty structure is partially invalid. So therefore, under the recommendation is not consistent with the observation and findings by the committee report. So if may I suggest, Mr. Chairman, that the recommendations be declared valid and operative in part.
I think I heard the proponent states that valid and operative in part.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. For the record now.
So, any other comments? Hearing none, there's a motion duly seconded that a resolution be passed to declare ordinance number 02, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Leonida P. Laudenio, Vice Chairperson, Committee on Women and Family Relations. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report as reported out by the Committee on Women and Family Relations, and in order to pave the way for its consideration on third and final reading, may I move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring ordinance number 02, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion which was duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 02, series of 2026 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in part, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the next item in the agenda, we have the privilege and question R. And in my capacity as the majority floor leader, no member signifies their intention to be recognized under the privilege and question R. Therefore, we now proceed with the next item, which is item number 10, other matters. Mr. Chairman, under the other matters, item is letter A. We have, Mr. Chairman, may I move that the 11 items which are municipal ordinances, resolutions, endorsed to the office of the Honorable Vice Governor, our presiding officer, and were referred to the appropriate committees. The reading of that 11 items as mentioned be dispensed with and considered it as read and be incorporated into the journals of proceedings in our regular session in this afternoon, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded that the reading of the 11 items under other matters be dispensed with and considered those items as read, and the same be incorporated in the journals of today's regular session. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before we proceed with the last item in the agenda, may I move for the suspension of our session, Mr. Chairman?
Session suspended. Resumes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. After all, considering the items in our agenda, we now proceed with the last item. May I move, Mr. Chairman, for the adjournment of our regular session until the next regular session, which is scheduled on June 11, 2026, same time, 2 o'clock sharp in the afternoon. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion duly seconded today's with that motion duly seconded today's regular session is hereby adjourned until June 11, 2026 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you everyone and good afternoon.